Hi everyone, welcome back or almost welcome back, depending upon when you're seeing this video. This is Peter, by the way. He says welcome back too. So, got a couple of quick announcements for you. One especially because you're going to log in and notice it real quickly. Okay, so our first announcement is there's a new gradebook in Canvas. Now, before anybody goes, okay, it's still basically the same gradebook. It looks a little bit different and there is definitely some increased functionality. The good news is a lot of you have already been using it, but you've had to turn it on in every class individually every quarter. We've just simply turned it on in all campuses campus-wide, okay? Now, a lot of you will look at it, go, this seems like I can figure it out pretty good. Great, do it, okay? But at the end of this video, we're going to tack on a quick how-to as far as how to use it, how to get started, and especially show you a few of the features that you might find most helpful, okay? So that'll be at the end of this video. All right, our second announcement is one that you might not care that much about for you, but it's a new feature for your students, and that's called the to-do list. All right, and you may notice it when your students are using the computers. What Canvas has found that students care about two questions more than anything else. It's pretty obvious, but they care about how am I doing in class and what's due. So Canvas has pulled all that information to one place. It's called the to-do list. It's only available for the students, by the way, so don't go looking for it for you, but it'll be for them. And so it's pulled in things like the calendar, what's coming up, that course stream that was there, grades that have been posted, feedback from instructors. It's all going to be on one screen, so the students will see that. Anything that you put with a date on it will show up there automatically. By the way, you may notice if you go into something like Pages, you'll see a little box that says Add to To-Do List. You can also add things manually there. The only thing we ask is obviously be cool. Please don't make a page that says, brush your teeth, call your mom, and wear clean underwear. Not cool, okay? But other than that, you can actually put things on their to-do list manually as well, okay? So that's the second announcement. The final announcement is simply orientation. So we've had some teachers ask us to do that. We just want to make you aware that we're happy to do that, especially with this to-do list that's available. We'd love to come to some of the classes and just walk students through it so they know how to use it, okay? We can come out for 5 minutes. Sometimes instructors ask for that. Just come out, make sure everybody's in Canvas, make sure everybody knows their logins. We're happy to do that. Some people ask for longer, maybe half an hour to really go through, make sure students know how to do stuff like forward stuff to their cell phone, make sure they're using it in the best way. Doesn't matter to us. We'll come out, give us a call, extension 7233, or email us at olc@bates.ctc.edu. We'll come to all 3 campuses, even you Central. We know you're out there. Hi, okay? But give us a call. We'd love to come out and work with you guys and work with your students. Other than that, like I said, we're going to tack that new gradebook video on the end of this, but we hope you have a great year and we hope to hear from you. Thanks a lot and have a great year. All right, so for those of you who are new to Gradebook or have only used it a little bit, let's give you a quick overview of it. So the first thing is you're in here, just click on grades in order to see the new gradebook. So in any class you're in, you click on it. And it doesn't look that different. It's laid out a little bit different. You see the gradebook, the view, and the actions on top. Let's take a look at view real quick. There's a whole lot of options here. Most of them you won't care about, but if you care deeply about how to arrange it, you'll notice you can arrange it by assignment name or due date or points, things like that. Down here, you'll notice you can turn on the notes column. A lot of teachers actually really like that. You can put things like, for example, if a student has a name that they prefer being called by, like Mikey instead of Michael, you can put that in, especially with a lot of students. It's tough to remember that. Maybe if a student made arrangements to turn an assignment in late, you can put a note there so you don't dock them points. And you can also show unpublished assignments. So I'm going to click both of those on. And now you notice I have that notes column and my unpublished assignments are there and clearly labeled as unpublished. So I'm not going to mistake those. So those are in there. So those are there. Let's show you a couple of quick things that you can do. This one I think might be the single biggest improvement in there. The biggest complaint I got about the old gradebook was it was so hard to navigate, especially those of you who might have 30, 50, even 70 or 80 assignments in your gradebook. You had to scroll left and right, and it was a real pain to put in grades. So if you go to View, Filters, and in my case, my class is organized by modules. So what I can do is rather than have all of my assignments here, I can just say I only want to look at my week 1 and 2 module, And you'll notice now, instead of having all those assignments in, I just have my 3 assignments from week 1 and 2, which makes it so much easier to navigate, to look at how students are doing, and obviously to enter in those grades. So to me, that's the single biggest improvement in the new gradebook, is it's so much easier to navigate and to enter grades now. The only thing to remember is once you've turned that on, you have to go in and manually turn it off by scrolling up to the top and selecting all modules to put all your grades back in. Okay, so that's the first one. The second nice feature that I like is if you click on an assignment, like let's take this one here. This is due at midnight, and so far none of my students have turned the grade in. So I can click on here and click on Message Students Who. I click on that, and the first thing I see is students who haven't submitted yet. So it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm getting ready to leave. It's due at midnight. I can type in a quick message, send it to all my students, and say, hey, just a quick reminder, it's due at midnight and you haven't submitted it yet. Okay, I do also have some other things, like for example, if it hasn't been graded yet, I can let them know that I'm still grading it and it'll be done by Tuesday or something like that. If it says scored less than a passing grade, I can say I need to talk to them by the end of the week to see how they're doing. And one thing I really like is sometimes as teachers, we focus on the students that are doing bad. It has a scored more than, so we can say, hey, congratulations, great job on that test. A lot of times we forget to do that, but this reminds us, don't forget to encourage the students that are doing good. Okay, so that's just built right into it. We don't have to go to email. We don't have to sort it. We can just directly message students straight from the gradebook. And then the last one, it's a minor thing that a lot of you won't care about, but for those of you who have lots of grades where it's the same grade and it's super easy, something that's like a checklist where pretty much everyone in the class who's awake and conscious gets an automatic 10 points, you're going to love this. So let's say I've got 20 or 30 students here and pretty much everybody's going to get a 10 on this assignment. Instead of having to type in 10, 10, 10 over and over again, what I can do is go in here and type in set default grade. So I'm going to say that everybody in the class gets a 10. I'm not going to overwrite already entered grades. So if somebody did a bad job and I entered in a 5 for them, or a 1 or a 0 because I didn't turn it in, but I set default grade and it goes in and gives everybody there a 10. And then if I want to, if I go back and look and go, oh, that's right, Zippy actually didn't turn his in, I can overwrite and give him a 0. But now instead of having to enter in 20 grades, or if it's 5 different assignments, that'd be 100 different grades I'd have to enter in manually. I can just very quickly give everybody a 10 and then go pick out those 5 or 6 or 8 individual grades that need to go in and change. So again, that's a huge time saver for those of you who have those just basically automatic 10 grades unless you screw it up badly. Okay, so these are a couple of features that are in the new gradebook. I hope this kind of walks you through the basics of it. As always, if you've got any questions at all, shoot us an email, give us a call. We'll be happy to answer your questions for you. Okay, other than that, happy 2018-19 school year. Let's have a great one. Let us know how we can help you.